We'll solve exercise 5.2. What fraction of a clockwise revolution does the hour hand of a clock turn through when it goes from? Here first we'll understand what they have given the question. Here we'll solve exercise 5. Here first we need to understand what the question they have said. And they have said that the hour hand is moving in a clockwise direction, right? Here we need to say that if the hand of the clock rotates in a clockwise direction means then the revolution made by that hand we need to express that in a fraction. How much revolution it has made, we need to write that expression in a fraction form. First we'll take first one in that 3 to 9. First the our hand is facing towards the 9. After rotating it came to the 9 here, right? It facing towards the 9. You can see that it making a straight angle now, right? Straight angle means what? 180 degree, right? As I told you in a previous, to make one complete revolution we required 2 straight angle, isn't it? But okay, so we'll write here we require totally 2 straight angles to make a one complete revolution. If it started here means then again the hour hand should come and end at the 3 only, right? But it ended at the 9 here. So out of 2 straight angles only it completed rotating from 3 to 9. That means only one straight angle we are getting, that is only 180 degree. So we are getting here out of 2 straight angles we are getting only one straight angle of what? Half of, this is what? Half of a revolution now. So we'll write half of revolution. This is what? Half of a revolution. Then similarly we'll go for the second one, 4 to 7. Okay, 4 to 7 means this is 12, 6, 3, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Right? First it is facing to the, our hand is facing to the 4. Then after rotating it came back to the 4 here. Isn't it? It rotated here like this. Only this much means it making now 90 degree. Isn't it? How many 90 right angles can be formed in a, to make a complete angle? That is nothing but a revolution. We required 4 right angle triangles. Sorry, 4 right angles, isn't it? Here also, out of, they have given it making now right angles, isn't it? To make one complete angle, we required 4 right angles. Out of 4 right angles, how many right angles it has traced? Only one right angle, right? So we will write here only one right angle it has traced. That is 1/4 of revolution it has traced or a revolve. Okay, this is second one. We will go for the third one. Now third one. First the hour hand is facing towards the 7, right? After moving in a clockwise direction and it pointing towards the 10 now, right? Then it is making now 90 degree. This is similar as the second problem. Now to make one complete revolution we require 4 right angle triangles, or you can say there are the 4 right angle triangles to make one complete revolution, isn't it? Now out of 4 right angles, only one part, only one right angle triangle it is formed when it moves from 7 to 10, isn't it? So out of 4 only one part of right angle is formed of a total revolution. Okay, this is third one. Now fourth one, 12 to 9. Okay, first it facing in fourth one, the other hand is facing towards the 12. After rotating, it came back to the 9. After rotating, it came back to the line. The rotation is done in a clockwise direction, means it rotated like this. Right? It rotated like this. To make one complete revolution here, only one right angle triangle is left, isn't it? So, how many right triangles it has traced now already? It has traced 3 right triangles, because out of 4, one right angle triangle is left, isn't it? Because it traced like this in a clockwise direction. So, totally there are 4 right angle triangles. Out of 4 right angle triangles, you can see, I will draw it. 1, 2, 3. 3 right angles triangle it has passed and came back to 9 here. So, 3 out of 4, 3 right angles triangles of a revolution. Right? Okay, we will go for the E1. First, the hour hand is pointing towards the 1. After rotating, it came back. It rotated in a clockwise direction. Rotating, it came back to the 10 here, isn't it? It came back to the 10. The path traced by the hour hand is this. It has traced like this, isn't it? This is the path covered, right? So, to make one complete revolution here, again one right angle triangle is left or not, isn't it? So, out of 4 right angle triangles, again how many right angle triangle it has traced? 1 right angle, 2 right angle and 3 right angle. Because why these 3 means? Because it traced this path, it has covered these right angles. So, out of 4 right angles, it has covered 3 right angles, that is 3 by 4 of revolution. It has completed revolution. We'll move for the last one. Okay, the hour hand is facing first 6, number 6, and after rotating it came back to the, like this it has rotated, because in question they have already said it has rotated in a clockwise direction, right? Clockwise direction means like this. It has rotated like this, it has rotated and it came back to 3 in this direction. In this direction it has rotated and it came back to the 3 now. Now, to make one complete revolution, only one right angle is left or not? Because it covered this in this direction. To make one complete revolution, one right angle triangle is left, isn't it? So, out of 4 right angles, how many triangles it has traced now? You can see 1, 2, 3. Again it has traced 3. That is 3 by 4 of 3 by 4th of revolution. Right? It has traced. Next we will move for the second main. Where will the hand of a clock stop if it starts at 12 and makes half of a revolution in a clockwise direction? Right, here there is a clock, right? This is the clock, 12, 6, 3, 9. Now this is the hand of a clock, right? If it starts rotating from 12 means, and it makes half of the revolution. Half of the revolution means it is nothing but a straight angle. Half of the revolution means it started rotating. Full revolution means one complete round, right? Half means it is stopped for the 6 now, right? Isn't it? It rotating in a clockwise direction. So, if it starts from 12 and makes a half of a revolution means in a clockwise direction it is turning, then it is pointing towards the 6 here, isn't it? What they have asked here, where will the hand of a clock stop if it has stopped to the 6? So we will write here answer as, so we will write here where it has stopped after taking half of the revolution from the 12 means at 6. Okay, this is the answer for the first one. We will see the second one. Second one, starts at 2 and makes half of a revolution in a clockwise, means 12, 6, 3, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, right? First it starts from 2 and half of a revolution. Half means again it is pointing here 8, right? It will be pointing 8. Half means it making a angle or straight angle, isn't it? This is what a half of a revolution. If it came back, instead of standing at 8, if it came back to 2, means it would be of 1 revolution, right? But it has stopped for 8 only. Now it making half of a revolution. If it making half. Second one, starts at 2 and make half of a revolution. It started from 2, after rotating, it making a half of a revolution. Half of a revolution means a straight angle, isn't it? Half of a revolution, right? Now, after making a half of a revolution, it pointing towards a 8 here, isn't it? So, we'll write here solution as at 8. It pointing at 8 here. The other hand starts from 8. It starts from 8 and make 1/4 of a revolution. 1/4 of a revolution means it making now right angle, right? Right angle means it will be here. 1/4 means only one part. Out of 4 parts, it has rotated only one part, right, of a revolution. Means again it pointing towards the 8, right? So we write here solution as at 8. Okay, this is the answer for the third one. We'll move for the fourth one. Starts at 5 and makes 3/4 of a revolution clockwise. In clockwise direction it rotating. Like this it is rotating. Like this it is rotating. Okay, now it has started from the 5 and it makes 3/4. Out of 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, it has rotated 3 parts. 3 parts means 1 part, 2 part and 3 part. It is here, right? So it is 3 part it has rotated. 3 part means here. 1, 2, 3 part means this. Here it will be coming. So it has rotated in a clockwise direction. See here, 1 part, 2 part, 3 part it has rotated. After rotating 3 parts, it pointing towards the number 2 here. So the solution is at 2 is the answer for the fourth one. We'll move for the third main. Which direction will you face if you start facing east and make half of a revolution clockwise? Means we'll see some directions here. This is north, this is south. Okay, then this is east and this is west. Now if I am facing towards the east, means I am facing towards the east now and I make half of a revolution in a clockwise direction. I will turn like this. I am going to turn. First I am facing towards the east. If I turn like this in a clockwise direction means, and I will make half of the revolution. Half of the revolution means again I will be facing here. First I am facing to the east. After making half of the revolution means it is nothing but a what? A straight angle, isn't it? So after making half of the revolution, I am facing now towards the west. And note that I am turning in a clockwise direction. Okay. Then at what direction now I am facing? Now I am facing towards the west. Okay. So we'll write answer as west. We'll write it as west. Answer is the west. Similarly, we'll see B1. Second one, east. Now I am facing towards the east and I make one integer 1 by 2 half of a revolution in a clockwise direction. Now I am going to turn in a clockwise direction. Okay. One integer 1 by 2 means first I will complete one full rotation, one full revolution. Then again half I will complete. Okay. First we will see. First I am facing towards the east now. I am facing towards east. I will complete one full rotation. I will after completing one full rotation, again I am facing towards the east only, right? Again I am facing towards the east. Next, after that again half I am going to complete the revolution. Half means again turning in a clockwise direction. Half means I will come here. I will be facing towards the west, right? This is the straight angle. Again I am facing towards the west here. So the answer is, solution is west. This is the second one. Next, third one. Okay. West and makes 3 by 4 of a revolution in anti-clockwise direction. First I am facing towards the west and I am rotating in a anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction means like this. Clockwise direction is like this. Anti-clockwise direction is like this. Right? Reverse direction. In reverse direction I am turning round. Right? First I am facing towards the west. First I am facing towards the west. This is the facing point. First I am facing towards the west and I will move in a anti-clockwise direction. I will complete 3 by 4 of a revolution. 3 by 4 of a revolution means out of 4 parts I have completed totally 3 rotations. Means 1, 2, 3. Right? After completing 3 rotations, now I am facing here. You can see here. Right? This is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. Now I am facing towards where now? North, isn't it? So now I am facing towards the north. As the answer. D, last one. South and make one full revolution. Should we specify clockwise or anti-clockwise for this last question? Why not? Here I am facing towards the south now, right? I am making one full revolution. One full revolution means like this, right? But it doesn't matter whether I am turning in a clockwise direction, making one full revolution, or in an anti-clockwise direction. If I make either any one of these, clockwise or anti-wise direction, again I am coming back to the same position, that is the south only, after taking one full revolution, isn't it? So we'll write here answer for this is south, and it is immaterial. It is immaterial whether we turn clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, because one full rotation will bring back us to the same position. Okay, so we'll write answer here. This completes third main. We'll move for the fourth one. Fourth main.